Hey everyone, so a lot of people have asked about the transformations of my Ascent over the years. I have off-roaded it stock. After that, I put in Anderson Design 1-inch spacers. They're top hat and strut space, shock spacers, front and rear. After that, I put together a custom solution from a whole bunch of pieces, including the Anderson 1-inch spacers, half-inch saggy butt spacers from Subtle Solutions, and Ibach lifting springs, which are 1.7-inch and 1.4-inch. Now, to then help with camber correction in the rear, I did 1-inch custom CNC'd frame spacers that I CNC'd myself on a woodworking CNC. I don't suggest that, especially because I was cutting aluminum 6061, T651, which is really hard aluminum to CNC with a wood CNC, but I did that. After that, I tried some coilovers, and the Ascent and the things that I do like this were too much for it. So I moved on from there, and I worked with RalliTEK on testing out some of their components, their original lateral control arms for the rear of the Ascent, some of the bushings and so on, until we have what you see in front of you right now, which is my final version of this. I'm running on OEM shock bodies in the rear, OEM strut bodies in the front. I'm using RalliTEK half-inch lifting springs front and rear. In the front are adjustable end links, because as that drops, I need to be able to shorten the length. In the rear, you're extending the length. I'm using 2-inch RalliTEK top hat spacers in the front. I'm using 2.5-inch in the rear, and the reason why is specifically for situations like this, where my Ascent is running at 6,000 pounds with a lot of cargo in the back. It helps level it out so that my car is riding level, even fully loaded. I'm running RalliTEK's newest lateral arms, their newest bushings and connectors, and on top of that I have RalliTEK's trailing arms, and I have RalliTEK's tow arms. Right now, for my custom setup, one of the things I am doing is I am working with my friends at Cartboy to CNC me some, to lathe me some longer turnbuckles for my tow arms. This isn't something that most of the rest of you should ever need to worry about. This works out as we've been discussing, Cartboy and RalliTEK and I, then this is something that you may be able to pick up later on the market for a setup similar to mine. But anyway, that's my current setup. I do also have my rack wings over here from Orbis. These things are great. I have one on each side. People ask me if these fit the Crosstrek. They actually are designed first for the Crosstreks and the Foresters. They do fit the Ascent, so you need a little bit of a spacer on the back side here to pull this off so that it's a little bit flattered. When I am overlanding, I do run the Rotopax, 2 gallons on each side. The aftermarket hardware actually doesn't fade as much as the Rotopax, so I don't know why. In my windows, I run the visual Autowerks window vents, which helps keep the car cool when you're out in the sun and in the heat. We're going to show you one of those going in right now. So these are the visual Autowerks rear window screens. These things are awesome. I do have the mesh screens in them to help keep critters out. And these are perfect fit. These are CNC'd. They've got a channel in here where your window goes. I have the rain guards, so you can't really see them on the outside when they're in, but with the OEM rain guards on the Ascent, it works out really well. And the reason being, because the rain guard will prevent water from going in there if you get a torrential downpour. But anyway, to put these guys in, it's really easy. You take this, stick it up in here into the channel, and when that's in the channel, you'll see it does a really nice perfect fit. And then we just slowly roll up the window, make sure it aligns with the openings in this. So you can see this opening here. We're just going to nudge this a little bit right here and roll it up really slowly till it rolls tight, and then boom, that's in. I do have the Touring with retractable sunshades, so I bring those up to keep the car a little bit more cool. But another thing that you're going to notice on the outside is, because I do have the rain guards, you actually don't see it. But if you come down really low here, you can just catch the edge of them up there, and it helps with letting the heat that's inside the car get released. So that's how I keep the car a little bit cooler out in the desert. The next thing up, you'll see my Bunker Industries traction boards. I love these things. This is my latest version of them. I had the half boards, which are really great. You all have seen me use them when I got this thing stuck in the mud in Grand Staircase Escalante. The full boards have stainless steel ends that are removable and replaceable. The skegs unscrew and can be replaced. So that's really nice, and it comes with both red and black skegs and a tool to take them off and put them on. And again, this is all stainless. I have 2 of them. The kit comes as 2, and I truly love them. My Rola Vortex rack is finally showing its age. It's 5.5 years old and starting to show some rust where I clamp all my gear to it. But it's still holding out. Sadly, you can't get those anymore, but it's pretty great. And for protection, as most of you know, I run primitive racing skid plates, front, center, and rear. Wheels are specially balanced 17-inch liquid metal shadows, and the tires are Nitto Ridge Grappler hybrid all-terrain mud terrains in 245/65R17. And then rounding up everything is my spare tire carrier, and of course off-road Roos stickers, because you can't go anywhere without them. So there they are. Truck goes. So, as of August 2025, here is my current build. Links to everything I've mentioned in this video are in the YouTube description and on the original Facebook posts. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook. Either DM me or respond to the posts on my page. Don't forget, it's never too late to donate to our National Park Foundation fundraiser. Look for that link below. And a very special thank you to everyone who helped make our National Park Foundation fundraiser adventure possible. And always remember, adventure responsibly and leave no trace.